Hello and welcome again to another episode of the Long Gone Loser Rock Show. Today we are going to talk about one of my all-time favorite bands, and I know I say that all the time, that every band is my all-time favorite band, but I like a lot of music. But this week we are talking about Dinosaur Jr. I first discovered Dinosaur Jr. way back in around 1989. We were watching Rage one night and the video for Freakin came on the TV, and immediately I was drawn in because I was really getting into independent music at the time, and I guess, you know, alternative rock and all that sort of stuff. And for some reason the song just grabbed me, I could not stop thinking about that song. Now the next day I remember, because Rage would play overnight, and when I woke up the next day I went to the city and I went into the record store that I would always go into and say, look, do you have anything by Dinosaur Jr? I saw a video last night for a song called Freakin, and I would really like to buy that single if you have it. Now at that time, singles and everything like that were so bloody expensive, and I'm talking about really expensive, and they didn't actually have any singles at that time, but they did have an album called Fossils on CD, which is like a compilation CD, and it was really expensive, really expensive. And it was an import at the time, and back then import CDs just cost a ridiculous amount of money. Now I was like, nah, not gonna buy it, and I went without, until I was in a record store called Veranda Music in Adelaide, and they had the CD single of a song called Just Like Heaven. I didn't know it was the Cure song at the time. I still have the CD EP. It's 5 tracks, and it has a cover of Last Rites, the song Chunks, which was released on a 7-inch on Tang Records, which is absolutely amazing, one of the greatest hardcore singles of all time. But anyway, Just Like Heaven, I remember when I first listened to it, and if you've ever heard the Dinosaur Jr. version of Just Like Heaven, it cuts off abruptly. And I always thought that there was an error with the CD, and I was like, what the fuck just happened there? Because it just stopped. But then as I asked around, I found out that that's what the song does. They just cut it like that. Very interesting, very Dinosaur Jr., as I was later to find out. That's just their sense of humor. It's also got Freakin on here, so I was very happy because I did buy it because of that song. And it is a censored version, which I didn't even know that there was an uncensored and a censored version, because the version they played on Rage didn't have the F word in it. But it was on this, and I remember putting it to tape and taking it to school the next day and showing everybody and saying, you got to listen to this band called Dinosaur Jr. Nobody cared. But I cared, and that's all that matters. As time went on, I just started buying anything I could possibly afford by Dinosaur Jr. And it wasn't easy to find their records because everything was on import at the time. So I not only had this, but in 1993, my mum, my brother and me went on a holiday to Hawaii. And I remember going to a record store there called Jellies, and I walked in and I said, hey, I'm really after stuff by Dinosaur Jr. Now, I knew that stuff in America was just way cheaper than it was in Australia. And because it was on import in Australia, it was too expensive. So I decided to grab whatever I could. So I grabbed a bunch of CDs, and one of the ones that I did grab was this EP called Whatever's Cool With Me. Now these came in those long boxes, and I was pretty excited. I've still got the box somewhere. I didn't throw it out, but the song Whatever's Cool With Me is so good, and I believe Jay plays everything on it. Like even the drums, and he's an amazing drummer. If you've never heard him play drums before, well, he plays on a number of tracks, not only in Dinosaur Jr. but also in other bands. Whatever's Cool With Me is such a good EP, and there is a song on there called Not You Again, which I think is just such a great tune. Whatever's Cool With Me is great. The Little Baby's great. Pebbles and Weeds is great. The ballad, or the acoustic song I should say, Quicksand, is really good. And then it has a couple of live tracks, including Thumb and Keep the Glove. Dinosaur Jr. came to Australia in 1995 for a tour called the Keeblan Tour, and they released this CD, which is cool. I bought this. This is like a double CD of Without a Sound that comes with a bonus live disc. So for those who have never seen it, there you go. That's what it looks like. So it's, like I said, it's a double disc. There you go. I went to that show at the Thebarton Theatre in Adelaide, Thursday the 6th. Now, at that time I was working in a record store, and I remember Jay came into the record store to have a look around, which was pretty cool. I didn't really know what to say to him. I just said, hey man, I'm coming to see your show tonight. It should be a good time. Thanks. And that was pretty much my end of my conversation with Jay Mascis. But I went to that show and nobody had told me that when you see Dinosaur Jr., you have to wear earplugs. Nobody told me that. And I went and I stood right in front of Jay's amp because I was so damn excited to see Dinosaur Jr. live. And I remember he's destroyed my eardrums that night. And I believe that was the beginning of my ear problems. I'm not blaming, I'm just saying I think that that's what caused it because it was so fucking loud. But it was awesome, and Dinosaur Jr. are incredible. Now, my collection of Dinosaur Jr. stuff is pretty simple. I mean, I've got a bunch of CDs. So I've got, like, you know, Dinosaur, Bug, and You're Living All Over Me. I've got the Little Furry Things EP. I've got the Start Chopping EP. Green Mine on CD. Farm on CD. Now, I didn't actually buy this particularly on CD. I bought a skate deck of Farm, which you can see here. And I love this skateboard deck. I love the artwork on it. And I bought this way back in the day. This is on Alien Workshop. And I've always been a huge fan of skateboarding. And so I was stoked to find out that so is Jay. And yeah. So this CD came with that. But I've also got it on record. So that is the CDs. Now to come to the vinyl, I got a few 7-inches, which I've been able to pick up cheap over the years. The Wagon 7-inch, which is great. I love that song. I actually love Green Mine as an album. Feel the Pain, which is such a good single. And this one folds out into a poster sleeve. So I'll show you what this looks like. Now, my friend Jenny gave me this, and she got it in Sydney. She saw it at Waterfront Records, and so she bought it for me. And I remember she said she met Dinosaur Jr. and she got them to sign this poster. And Jay just put a big J on her poster and said, that stands for Joseph. So, pretty cool. I've always loved Dinosaur Jr.'s artwork. Now, this EP ties us into what we're going to be talking about a little bit later. We'll just get to the records first and then we'll come to the unboxing. But yeah, Feel the Pain. Love the artwork. I got this cool Jay Mascis single of him doing Fade Into You, the song by Mazzy Star. He does a really, really good version of it. Really, really good version. So I bought this off subpop.com. Pretty cool. Jenny also got me this as well, which is the Repulsion single with Bulbs of Passion on the flip side. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, I didn't see any of this stuff in Adelaide, but she used to find it at Waterfront Records in Sydney and she would send it down to me. So there's been there all the time. 7-inch, Get Lost, 7-inch. So this one is the Wagon 7-inch as well. Now I have two versions of the Wagon 7-inch, both with different cover art. This one has Better Than Gone on the flip side. This one has the Little Baby on the flip side. But yeah, both have the Wagon on the A side. So both great. This one's Sub Pop, this one's not. And yeah, so that's the 7-inches I have. Oh, besides this, I've also got this 7-inch box set, which I bought on Record Store Day. Well, not on Record Store Day, I found it afterwards, which is really cool. Has a booklet detailing all the records and stuff. And so you've got, you know, there you go. Folds out and stuff. Pretty cool. And it has these 7-inches in it. It's called Visitors. And so you get Just Like Heaven, Little Furry Things, Repulsion, Show Me the Way, and Freakin. So I was very happy to have this finally because, like I said, all those singles were so expensive to buy because they were all on import. But, you know, this box set came out, so I had to jump at it. I think you can still find this around. I don't think it's rare by any means. But there you go, Visitors. Very cool. This is the only 10-inch I've got. I bought this from Heartland Records when they used to come to Adelaide for the record fairs. And I always really like Start Chopping. I think it's a fantastic song. And the B-sides to this, Turnip Farm and Forget It, really good B-sides. But there you go. If you haven't heard this, there you go. Maybe you should. But I believe these songs are on the deluxe version of Where You Been. So, you know, there you go. But I like this. This is really cool. I have a couple of Jay Mascis solo records. Both of these are fantastic. I wish I had the Fog records. I don't have the Fog. I need to buy those, but I don't know if they're really expensive now because I never see them around. So I assume they're out of print, but someday I'll own them. But here we go. This is 2 of his solo albums. I believe there's more. I haven't followed his solo stuff as much as I should. This is Beyond, This is a great record. This is Swedish Fist. It's a live album which came out on Record Store Day. I don't think it's that hard to get because I have still seen it in stores. So either they did a reissue after the Record Store Day one, or just nobody really bought the Record Store Day one besides me. But I did. It's a live recording from 1997 and it's really cool. So yeah. Awesome. This is Sweep It Into Space. This one's on purple vinyl. Not rare at all. It's the new album, or the latest album I should say. Although they have done some sort of live thing or something that's come out now that you can buy, a live EP or something. But yeah, this is the studio album, the latest studio album. It's really good. I really like it. Here's the Farm double LP. Such a good record, this one. I really, really like this. Hugely underrated. Here's my original pressing of Hand It Over, which I got from Big Star Records in Adelaide. And yeah, I bought this, and then, you know, like, of course, like 2 months later, they released the deluxe reissue gatefold thing with all the bonus tracks and stuff. These albums are really good. I know that a lot of people don't rave about these records like they should, but give them a chance. They're really, really good. This is one that I've never had on vinyl, and I'm so thankful that they did the deluxe reissue because finally I got to buy a copy of this. I love this record. I remember when I was in Hawaii, I was searching for this record, Something Bad, and I remember going into a t-shirt shop and they had the t-shirt of this, and immediately I was like, all right, I'm going to buy that t-shirt. I went in there and it was sold and I was so upset, but it doesn't matter because I ended up buying a bootleg Ramones shirt that I've never ever seen. It's totally ridiculous because it has the album cover of the first album on the front, and on the back it says Richie Ramone. So it's a ridiculous bootleg t-shirt, but whatever. I own one and I'm glad to have it. But yeah, so Green Mind, awesome, awesome album. Double LP version here. Lots of bonus tracks for you to get excited about. And, you know, it really is a fantastic record. The playing on this is phenomenal. Like, the guitar work on it is just wow. I remember Thumb is like the big deal on this album, and I remember one of the times that I saw Dinosaur play, they opened up with Thumb, and what was crazy about it is there were all these people down the front, and I gathered they'd never seen Dinosaur Jr. before. So they're all down the front, ready to go, and all of a sudden he opens up with the jingly jangly guitar at the beginning of Thumb, and then the drums kick in, the bass, and go down, and all of a sudden I just saw them, all their hands go up to their ears, and they ran from the stage because it was so fucking loud. I mean, Jay stands with those, you know, those Marshall stacks piled up behind him. Just, I don't know how he's still got hearing, but, you know, whatever's working, just don't stop doing it because he's, you know, churning out great stuff. But yeah, Thumb, great song. But yeah, so this is absolutely bitchin'. It actually has the Whatever's Cool With Me EP on there. So there you go. I still would like to have an actual record of Whatever's Cool With Me if I can find one. But Where You Been is just such a killer record. There is a deluxe version of this. I don't own it. I don't know why I haven't bought it yet because this is actually my favorite Dinosaur Jr. record. So I probably should buy the deluxe version. But yeah, this is awesome. I love this album, and if you've never heard this album by Dinosaur Jr., do yourself a favor. It just kicks off with a song Out There, and it's just, you know, guitar solo city. It's really, really good. And What Else Is New is going to be one of the greatest songs ever written. So there you go. This is the original pressing. And did they do a deluxe version of this? I can't remember if they did or not. But either way, Without a Sound is a great album. So Feel the Pain kicks off this album, which is one of the greatest songs ever. So yeah, Dinosaur Jr. Without a Sound. This is cool. This is Bug performed live. And I bought this from Heartland Records, and it is just such a good live performance. It really is. And, you know, those songs are great anyway. Like, if you've never heard the album Bug, then you need to buy yourself a copy because it's really, really good. And yeah, it's just awesome. Really, really awesome. So yeah, really, really cool. You're my post to lean on. Love that song. But there you go. Bug and the live album. Do yourself a favor. Get them both. You're Living All Over Me is such a good album. It really is. I mean, Little Furry Things is such a great opener. It's just got so much noise and wah pedal and stuff. And it's just kind of like, when you compare it to later stuff, it's probably not as strong, but I still think the songs are so good there. I'd love to hear them re-recorded with the sound they have now with all the heavy fuzz guitars and stuff. But then again, it's a time and place thing, you know, and it was perfect when it was done. So yeah, just forget I even said that. But yeah, I really like this album too. I remember that's one thing I did tell Jay, that I really like this album, and he said it was his favorite. So there you go. The first record, I don't listen to this as much as I should. It is a really good record, but I find that in comparison to later stuff, I just love the other stuff way more. And so this one does get left behind a bit, I feel, and I do apologize. I'm really going to get stuck back into this one again. I really should, because, you know, I haven't heard it for a long time, and it is a really good record. I do like it, just not as much as the others. Either way, it's really good. This is a hardcore band that they were before they became Dinosaur Jr. They had a different singer, but yeah, Deep Wound. This is a collection album, came out on Damaged Goods Records, and you need this. If you like punk and hardcore records, you need Deep Wound. They do have some 7-inches out. I have one of them. So there you go, the Deep Wound 7-inch. That's all I've got. But this is like the collection album. So if you get this, you've got everything anyway. Awesome hardcore band. You really should check this out if you don't know it. I love this stuff. I really do. I love all this old punk hardcore shit. So yeah, Deep Wound. Awesome band. I do have some side projects that he did. Like obviously, I've got Sweet Apple, which is a nice take on the Roxy Music album cover there. So, and there's a 7-inch that goes with it. So there you go. This band rules. If you've never heard Sweet Apple, do yourself a favor. Jay is a drummer in this band, and it is just so damn good. Although he co-writes some of the songs. So yeah, check out Sweet Apple if you haven't heard it yet, because it's really, really good. They've got like 4 or 5 albums out, and this is the only one I've got, because it's the only one I've been able to find. So yeah, awesome. I have another Sweet Apple 7-inch, and they do a cover of Alice Cooper's Elected. And then they do Andy Pasty's No Government on the flip. So good. And this is another side project I've got of his. It's the band Witch. Really good stuff. Jay Mascis is the drummer. So there he is on the back. But yeah, Witch. If you've not heard this, you really need to. This album rules. This band is so killer, and I hope I can find more Witch stuff, because this stuff is really, really good. Trust me. Oh yeah, I got this. This is a set list from when I saw them at the Governor High Marsh in Adelaide. I took the set list off the stage after they'd finished playing and walked off. So yeah, there you go. This is not Jay's. This was Lou Barlow's set list. If it was Jay's, it'd be like 4 meters long. I don't know if you've seen them, but yeah, his set lists are really, really big. But yeah, this is cool. Look at that set list, man. Look at all those songs they played. How good is that? That's what I'm talking about, man. That is a great set. So now we have made it to the end of the collection. I know there's a lot I'm missing, and that's okay. I only find records when I see them in the source. So yes, let's get on to the reason you're here, which is the brand new Dinosaur Jr. shoes released by Emerica. These just arrived today. I'm pretty damn excited about them. I bought them from the OCD skate shop, and oh my God, man. I saw that these were out, and I just got really damn excited, because I love skate shoes anyway. And Dinosaur Jr. fucking skate shoes? Oh my God. Like, I love Dinosaur Jr. stuff, and if I see it around, I'll usually grab it. I mean, I've got his guitar. Well, I won't see you, I won't call you. Yeah, that is Jay Mascis' signature Fender Telecaster that I bought a while ago now, but this thing is beautiful. It sounds amazing, and if I could crank it up right now, I would, but I can't, because I live in an apartment and the neighbors would not like that. But it is a fantastic guitar. It plays really well. I like the worn look that it has, even though it's brand new, and I love the paint job. I love that sparkle blue. So yeah, I really love this guitar. If you've ever wanted a Telecaster, this is the one that you need. It's really, really good. It plays like a dream, and it sounds fantastic. So yeah, there you go. So these shoes, I haven't even looked at them yet. So let's open it up, shall we? And check it out. So let's have a look. Yep, stickers, always good. There you go, OCD Skate Shop. This is a place to go. Now, I've not even looked at these, so let's open them up and check them out. Oh my God. Look at that. Feel the pain. Nice purple inlay. Look at this. Look at the tongue. That is awesome. And how good is the sole? Oh my God, these shoes look amazing. Wow. These look incredible. What's the other one? Let's have a look. Very similar. There you go, the tongue again with Where You Been. I haven't even put them on and I'm stoked on them. So what's down there? Let's take this stuff out. We don't need that. So there we go. Well, I don't know if you can really see in there, but yeah, very, very cool. These are amazing. So there we go, Dinosaur Jr, man. The new shoes from Emerica. Feels like there's a lot of comfort in there. The sole feels really, really good. So yeah, I'm sure they're gonna feel really good. You know, let me just pop one on. Oh yeah, yeah. These feel really good. Yeah, these shoes feel really, really good. These are probably gonna be my go-to shoes from now on. Wow. Guys, seriously, if you love Dinosaur Jr and you love skate shoes, get a pair of these. They feel really, really good. These are awesome and they look bitchin'. Like, seriously. Like, look at these things, man. Like, seriously. Wow. Yeah, these shoes are amazing. Do yourself a favor. Grab a pair of these shoes now. I don't know if they're limited or not. They probably are. They are worth it. They are really, really worth it. These look incredible. They are comfortable. I can tell right away that they're comfortable. They feel good. So, yeah, I mean, like all shoes, they're probably going to have to wear them in. But, nah, these feel really, really good. These are going to be my go-to shoes. Next time you see me out at record stores, I guarantee I'll be wearing these. Like I said, man, the Feel the Pain artwork, I absolutely love it. And so I couldn't believe when I saw that the Feel the Pain artwork was on these shoes. I had no idea that the Where You Been artwork was actually on the tongue. That's new to me. So, wow, that's awesome. That surprised me. There is a slip-on version which has the artwork from Sweep It Into Space, but I had to go with Feel the Pain because, like I said, I absolutely love the artwork. But yeah, there we go. Wow. What a purchase. Do yourselves a favor, man. Go out and buy a pair. So there we go. Thank you once again for watching the Long Gone Loser Rock Show for another week. I really appreciate all the support that you've given the channel. If you want to hear more about records and stuff like that, like and subscribe. I will always be posting videos every week. You know, usually revolving around record collections and just records that I find and vinyl stuff here and there and other things, and sometimes even record stores I go to and stuff like that, just to give you an idea of what's out there. Thank you guys, take care of each other, look after yourselves, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.